of cards, where you shuffle a deck of cards and you can move them around. So if I just push the center button, I can see my applications all in their own individual cards. So every application gets its card. If I go back into Photos, I can switch, go back to Cards, and you see this is completely live. I go back into Contacts, I scroll, it's still going, it's completely live. When I want to, I can just drag these around, rearrange them. And when I'm done, I just simply close the application by swiping up. That's it. There's no buttons defined, no save as, I don't have to do 13 steps to get out of an application. It's all very easy, very simple. So that's the way the basic navigation on the device works. Let's take a look at this concept that we call synergy. So synergy is the idea that I should be able to see my data from different sources all in one single view, right? I mean, we all have different places where contacts are stored, where email is stored, where calendar entries are stored. So we should be able to see all that in the same view without combining that data. So that data gets to stay where it is, remain separate, but we get to view it and act on it in one single view. So let's go back to Contacts. And we'll go back to Sofia Costa. And we can see that we've got multiple pictures here in this corner. That indicates that we're actually getting data for Sofia from more than one source. So if we tap here, I see that I've got Gmail for Sofia, I've got her EAS, and then I've got her information from Facebook contacts as well. I can scroll down, and I've got her email addresses. All of this data is in one single place. If I go back to my contacts list, you can see that some contacts maybe only have one photo. That just means that they're coming from just a single place. They're not coming in from any kind of detailed place at all. So I can look at, let me bring up one of my other contacts here. I can do a keyboard search and bring up my contacts. Let's see if I look up Casey Venetian. So I've got all of Casey's info. It's coming from 4 sources. And if I scroll down, here I see this green dot. That means that Casey Venetian is actually available on Instant Messenger right now. So I can go and contact Casey that way also. We'll get back to that in a little bit. I'll show you that. Okay, so let's see how Synergy works with the calendar application. So we all have calendars coming from lots of different sources. I've got my work calendar, I've got my home calendar, I've got maybe community calendars. So in this view, we're looking at layers of calendars, each from different sources. The blue is my work calendar. I guess I have a party scheduled at work at the same time I'm supposed to be having breakfast at Joe's. So the yellow is my home calendar. So I can easily see all my activities across a day. Now I can just go back, I can move all throughout my day. Now I've got another calendar entry here for the sports team I'm tracking. So I know that there's a game with the Oilers on at the same time that there's poker night over at Elvis's house. And I've got a conference call with Tokyo earlier in the day. Now if I want to go ahead and just view, maybe I just want to view my work, just to understand what my work day looks like. The other entries disappear, but there's a gray area left in, so I know not to double book myself at work. And then I can just go back and look at all my calendars again. Now another thing that we really want to do is we want to be able to show you as much of your calendar time as possible, so you didn't have to scroll too much. So we compress your free time in these little accordion sections. So if I tap here, that'll expand, and I can easily, I tapped the wrong thing there. I can easily add a new event. And it's in and it's saved. And that's how Synergy works in the calendar. So let's take a look at Synergy in email. So, hello.
Hello.
How are you?
Joining.
Hi, welcome.
So you can see here on the screen everything that they're doing. Okay?
All right, thanks.
Okay, and I'll be happy to take you through the first part of this afterwards if you like as well. So Now, so Synergy, the concept of Synergy in email means that I should be able to look at all of my email accounts in one simple view. I shouldn't have to go and open up a bunch of different accounts if I don't want to. So here in the email application, you can see that I've got my Gmail, my work email, and if I expand here, I can actually see the individual folders. But really what's interesting is I can click this all inboxes, and I get a view of all my mail across all my folders. Now, I can go ahead and tap on the daily mail I've been getting from Time Magazine, and you can see that we have full HTML support for email, and images render inline, and I can easily go in and read the mail, move around. It's all very nice. Zoom in to as far as I want to, and I can just scroll back, swipe back into my mail account. I can compose an email simply with one touch. Then we have a full, you see, okay, there we have full filtered searching. So if I start typing in the initials of someone I'm looking for, there I can find that I've got Lynn Fox. I want to send her an email. But you know, here's the thing. I was going to send her an email, and I realized that I want to go back because there was something in that Time Magazine article that I want to tell her. Now, I don't need to do anything special. I don't need to save as a draft or anything else. I just simply go back to my card view, and I come over, and I can go back and I can look at this email here. And that's going to go ahead and launch in its own view again. I can look at the information, and you can see that each of these exist in their own view. They're completely independent. I don't have to ever save as a draft. I don't run into the risk of accidentally canceling an email I've been working on because I need to go back and refer to something. So it's very nice. It's just a really beautiful, easy to use interface. It makes life really simple. I don't have to spend a lot of time learning the oddities of a bunch of applications to be able to do the things that I want to do. So if I go back, I want to show you another thing about email. Let me take a look at so I have an email from my friend Stefan here. I can look up here and there's an icon for his information. Over here there's a button. You can't really see, it's not a button, but there's an indicator here, and it's kind of plain at the moment. If that was lit up, if that was green, I would know that Stefan was online, and I could just simply tap here and go into contacts, and then I could send Stefan an instant message from the messaging application. So that's how Synergy works.